Hello, my name's Linda. I'm from lindaspapercraft.co.uk, and this week I thought I'd stretch my wings a little bit, and I'm actually taking part in an international blog hop. It's Stampin with Friends, so they'll be taking part lots and lots of demonstrators from all over the world. And if you want to see more details, if you go to my blog and the link's underneath here, it'll take you directly to the post, and there'll be a list of everybody who's taking part, together with a list of all the measurements for the card in imperial and in metric. I'm in the UK, so I'll work in metric, but I have converted them for you. Right, so here we are. We were told to take our inspiration from the mini July to December catalogue, and I picked the Brightest Glow bundle. So this is a stamp set and a die set that coordinate together. Chose it because I love the dies. I'll show you the dies in a second, and also the sentiments are brilliant, both for fronts of cards and inside cards. And they've also done the Happy New Year, which we tend to say, the Happy Holidays, which the Americans tend to say. So it's really versatile. And the dies also, there's 3 dies that cut out the sentiments as well, and they cut out all of the sentiments, not just the ones that they're showing. So it's really quite very useful die set for making nice, quick, simple Christmas cards, which is what I've done. So I'll pop that away. The other thing I am using is the Lights Aglow Speciality Designer Series paper, which you can see also. That's on page 31, and what you can't see from that photograph is a lot of those details are actually in gold. So it is a beautiful, beautiful set of papers that I will be going back to time and time again, I'm sure. So here's the dies. Now, I always test out dies and stamp sets when I get them, and this is the Lights Aglow die. So we've got a lovely circle of dots, we've got like a snowstorm, and these are just little holes. You get 6 little stars or snowflakes, and then a bigger one, and then you get a swirl as well. And then these are the 3 labels, which are absolutely gorgeous, and they've got sort of a stitch detail. It's difficult to see on the dark green. The really fancy labels, and then there's the stamp set with all the stamps in, lots and lots, and we're going to use the Merry Christmas today. So just pop that to one side. Okay, and this is the card we're going to make today, and really simple, using the Designer Series paper. Done a very simple stamp and then cut out. There's all the holes, and you can see the Very Vanilla. This paper is designed to tone with the Very Vanilla, which is why I've chosen that. And this is Evening Evergreen. And then I've used the little dies inside as well. So I've done a couple of snowflakes and then a bigger one there. I just need to pick the verse I'm going to use on the inside of the card. So it's just a standard A5 card. A6 card even, I think they call them A2 in America. So, and I've just made each layer. So that's the card base is 14.85 by 21, scored at 10.5, and then each layer is 0.5 centimetre smaller, so that's 14.4 by 10, and then this one is 13.9 by 9.5. But as I say, the measurements will be in the instructions. Okay, so this time we're going to make a red one. So, and what you're going to need is another card base. So as I say, standard A6 or A2 card base, scored in half. And then I've got a piece of Very Vanilla, which is 0.5 centimetre smaller than the card base, the card front. 2 of those, one for the front and one for inside. And then this is 0.5 centimetre smaller again. So that is the 13.9 by 9.5, and this leaves you plenty left to then die cut this circle here. Okay, so with the dies, the ones I have used are, so we've got this, the big one with the holes. That's your circle die for cutting out this circle here, which I cut out of the Designer Series paper, and then this is the label that you use for the Merry. Okay, and then we've got the little the medium-sized snowflakes, and then the little ones as well. So there's lots, and the swirl, and then this is the other label die that I've not used yet, other than to do my example. All right, so let's just get the Merry Christmas. So in addition to what I've already said, you do need a couple of scraps of very vanilla. And I have used, foolishly I've put it away, but I think it's this one. Yes, it is. So I've used the sort of 4.5–5 centimetre circle out of the Layering Circles dies, because it's just a little bit bigger. Because I found when I just put that circle on there, you couldn't really see the little holes. So I thought I'll put it on a slightly bigger one, and then you can, so that you can see that detail too. Right, so, and then I've got a couple of little scraps here. As you can see, that will fit the label, and I think this one will fit the circle. Yeah, all right then, so I'll just stamp my message on here. Oh. I keep my blocks in a stationery tidy to the side of me, and this time we're working in Cherry Cobbler rather than Evening Evergreen. And there's also this excuse me, bokeh effect in the soft succulent as well. So there's and black. So because I was thinking about, would you really use black on a Christmas card? But then actually a few years ago, my daughter, don't know if you remember, we had dies that cut out of Victorian lampstand, and my daughter made all her Christmas cards using black glimmer paper. So she was in her 20s. You're allowed to do things like that in your 20s, aren't you? Right, so I'm just going to press, just going to get these ready to die cut. So I'll pop that away because I'm finished with it. Okay, so as I say, that's coming out of that, that's coming out of that. And that I'm just popping in the middle there. Oh, didn't switch my phone volume off, sorry folks. Or my iPad volume off, I should say. And then I'm going to also decorate the inside by using some of the smaller dies. So as with the magic of television and my die cutting machines on the other side of the table, I've already cut everything out. So I've got my Merry Christmas, my little circle. This I love this because that's going to look gorgeous with sentiments on. And then I've used the swirl this time to decorate the inside, so I've just put a couple of swirls on the inside, and then I've used the circle. And this time I've actually, you probably can't tell, I've actually centered it a bit more vertically, because originally I planned to put the greeting down here, but it hadn't worked, which is why it's up there. So I've actually centered it a bit this time so that it works a bit better. Right, so it's really easy now. We just need to glue together. So I'm just going to get my glue, which escapes me. There it is. Right, and I don't know if you can tell, I'll just move that around. That's gold. Okay, so that's the back of the paper. It seems a shame to cover that up, really. Because it's absolutely gorgeous, and all of them have got a plainer side and then one side in gold. So that's really 3 favourite things I've taken from the catalogue. In fact, I do like that designer series paper and this so much, it's probably going to be my Christmas kit. So I haven't finally decided yet, but I think it will be. Okay, so I'm just gluing around the holes to make sure they sit firmly on the very vanilla paper so that we get a good adhesion, and you can really tell that there's decorative holes in the paper. Okay, so, and as ever, so nice even edge round, but don't press it down until you're happy. So I'm just going to take it a wee bit this way and just move around, because the wet glue, the Tombow, does give you a little bit of wiggle room as long as you haven't pressed it. If you've pressed it, you're done. So my ability to line things up seems to have deserted me. It's probably because I'm filming in the afternoon. I normally film in the morning, largely because the lighting's better. There we go. So I'm just going to turn that over. Just press that down. Okay, that's nice, and see how you can see the little holes there. They're just really beautiful. I love that. I remember seeing it because it's on the front cover of the catalogue. the little, these trees have got little holes in, and I was like, how have you done that? How have you done this? So immediately hunting for it when I got it. Right, and then just glue this to the front. So a really simple card and really good for mass producing. The only thing, if you were going to mass produce with these dies, you do need a die brush to get all the little dots out. A lot of them come out straight away, which means you then got to scrape them off your plate. And you must make sure that you get them all off your die cutting plates, because you do not want little bubbles appearing in your other dies, or other die cuts rather. So, and then I'm going to glue these two together and then lift them up on dimensionals. So, wouldn't normally do it that way. Normally I put glue on here. Let's do what we'd normally do. And then centre this on this piece here. So again, once you're happy that you've got it as centred as you're going to get it, then press it down. And then I centred that in this little circle here. Although, do you know, I mean, that does look beautiful on its own. Trying to pick up the wrong one. You could even do that. If you were going to, yeah, if you wanted to do loads, you could just do that. And that would look, or even that would look stunning, wouldn't it? You could just do mass produce your cards, just doing that as the background, just sit in front of your favourite TV programme and crank a load out. So, right, so we'll get some dimensionals. And I did line it up so that the three little dots, see these dots, they get everywhere, absolutely everywhere. I'm just going to line up so there's three dots at the top and bottom. And just by eye, yep, lining that up. And then I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals on this end and one in the middle. And then the other end will be supported by the circle. There we go. I believe it's the shape of our dimensionals that mean that they support better, because they're hexagonal rather than square. And then I'm just going to pop that in the middle, just over the circle there. A lovely, simple Christmas card. You could bling it up if you wanted, or you could just leave it like that. And then we're going to pop this in, and I'm just going to glue that on the other side. Again, the same, make sure you sort of trace round where the dots are so that they stick down nicely to the background card. So I'd probably use more glue on this than I would do normally, but not so much that it's coming through the holes. And then round there, up. Not squeeze. It's not coming out very fast at all today. And then I'm just going to stick that on here again. Don't press it down until you're lined up where you want it. There we go. And how cute is that with the extra detail inside? And I think that is, you know, one of the differences that we can make with our cards. To make them different from purchased cards, is you don't get detail like that on the inside of a card you've bought. So how cute is that? So as I say, just using my lighter glow dies and my stamp set, which disappeared. Excuse my arms. And then the brightest glow. Labels the glow dies with the brightest glow stamp set to make some nice, easy, simple Christmas cards. As I say, look in the description below to find the rest of the to find the link to my blog, to then the rest of the links, and hop around. Take care. See you soon. Bye.